Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Hi.
The Real on The Real, where we tell you all about our favorite reality TV shows.
Yes, we do.
We do. So, tonight we are going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 13, Episode 18. But
And
first, as you can see, I am dressed kind of like in a military Afrocentric garb, in homage to the George Floyd verdict. I think we have to talk about that, IJ.
I know, and I am dressed in the natural essence of what has occurred here in the United States today. And I am bringing you just
Pure
pure happiness
African
and joy.
happiness. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I truly am because today, when I was here working and listening to the verdict, I mean, I knew all along, Uchenna, it was going to be not, it was going to be
Listen, I
guilty,
knew
guilty,
what
and
it should have
guilty.
been, but I was still scared.
Were
I
you
was
really?
driving to my doctor's appointment and I was having heart palpitations.
Are you
I was
serious?
I was nervous. Yes. I was nervous
I
because
wasn't.
well, you should have been because it's
Oh, I
never
in my head he was guilty all
oh,
around. There was
it's always
no question.
we know that they're always guilty, but when have we ever gotten what we should get? So I was prepared for it to be not guilty, even though I knew with the jurors, with it being such a quick decision and it being six jurors of color and six white, I knew that there was no way that the six jurors of color were going to fold in 10 hours. So there was no so since it was 10 hours, I knew that it had to be a guilty verdict. But I was
Yeah, I
hoping that it wouldn't be the manslaughter. I was hoping that it would be all three counts, but I was still fearful that it wouldn't happen
oh,
because we're
I to me
always.
it was going to be all three.
Mm-hmm,
And like one of my friends said to
mm-hmm.
me, "Hey, IJ, Phyllis said,
Okay.
you know
Mm-hmm,
what? She said, I need to go buy a gun." I said, "No, Phyllis, you don't need to buy a gun." Because she
mm,
was talking about how last weekend she went to go visit her friend who
mm-hmm,
was an hour away down in Georgia.
mm-hmm.
And she went visit her friend and she was driving home. It was nighttime.
Okay.
And her GPS was taking her a different route.
Okay.
And she was like in like less populated area.
Mm-hmm,
And she
mm-hmm.
realized that her phone, she didn't have her charger and her phone was down to 20%.
Okay.
And she was scared. And she's like,
Right.
IJ, I was scared. I was scared. And she
Mm-hmm,
said, I knew I needed to either drive back 30 minutes
mm-hmm.
or I said, Phyllis, you had 20% on your phone. She goes, I was scared because I didn't know where I was, didn't know what these white people were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so she stopped at a gas station. She said she was so scared
Right.
and she
Right.
was shaking. And when she was, do you have a charger? And the guy gave her a charger and she dropped her keys. And this other guy behind the Caucasian guy behind her was just like, whoa, watch it. And
Oh.
Phil said she was so scared that she's like,
Right.
oh, I just dropped my keys. That's all I did. And she got her keys. And she
Mm.
said she ran in her dress
Oh
to her
no.
truck, to her Escalade, and was like, got into it, locked the doors, turned it on. And she goes, I drove out of there trying to charge my car and swerving all over the place. I was just like, you were that scared? She goes, I was petrified.
Mm-hmm,
I was like,
mm-hmm,
wow. I said, that's a shame that you feel that scared. And she said,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you this right now, IJ. If there's if he's found
Verdict.
not
Mm-hmm.
guilty, riots she goes, US will erupt in fire. She
Mm.
goes, but if he's found guilty, she goes, we're not safe
Mm.
because all those anti-black people, the
KKK, white
KKK people,
supremacists,
white supremacists, and so forth, good old boys, whatever they want to call them. She
Proud
said
Boys.
they're
Mm-hmm.
going to find ways of disrupting our society. They're going to have their own rallies in ways that we don't know. She said the news doesn't capture everything.
Mm-hmm.
She says
Mm-hmm.
black people will come up missing, but nobody will say anything because nobody knows when some black, she goes, do you know how many black people are gone all the time and we don't know? It's
Right.
just we happen to hear this one or that one right there.
It happens
She
all the
said,
time. That was a big issue in the 90s, 80s, early 2000s. There would be so many black young children missing and they would never be put on the TV.
Right.
Never be like a huge, newscast about this child is missing, that child is missing. It would only be when pretty blonde girls would be missing. That's when we would
Remember
hear about
when
it.
pictures used to be on the milk cartons?
Yeah,
Missing
they don't
kids
do
on
that
milk.
anymore.
No, they sure don't.
Mm-mm.
But no, they sure don't. But she was just like, so no, it is not safe. Don't think things are safe just because the verdict happened. I
No,
was like,
no,
you're right.
no. As that's after some of my friends were talking about, they sent texts. They were like, once the verdict came out, they're like, watch your backs, girls, because the crazies are going to be out, and that's
Yeah,
true. We just have to
yeah.
be careful,
So
but we can't.
mom was like, Aja, you shouldn't go walking anymore. I was like,
Well,
look,
I
I
don't
got
think you should
to
be
get this
walking in
weight.
the dark. You shouldn't be walking in the dark. I
Well,
agree
no,
one hundred percent.
I leave the house. I do 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna keep this 2 hours of working out
But it has to be a
going.
jog walk. It can't just be a
Yeah, a
walk.
jog walk. Yes, jog walk. But I'm gonna keep it going. But I have to leave it at 5:30, so that's 6:30, 7:30, because around 8 it starts to get dusk.
Mm-hmm.
And one time I was
It's too
out
dark.
almost 9 o'clock, and it was
That's too
kind of
dark.
like I was racing home. I was like, jog, walk, jog, just trying to get
Right,
home.
right,
Yeah. So, and mom was like, call me. Where are you at? Where are you at? I'm like, quick, call me so I can run.
right,
Because it was
right.
too, but isn't it terrible that you feel scared to be out?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it is. I
I
mean,
told you what happened.
regardless, you feel scared to be out, and then being black while out is even scarier,
And you know what? I told you that the time when I was in my hometown,
Mm-hmm.
um, walking just during the bright afternoon day, just doing my
Mm-hmm.
walking. And these guys pulled up in this pickup truck, and one of the guys opened the door and was stepping outside of it and was staring at me and so forth. I was scared.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
the last time I walked.
Yeah,
I was
I don't
like,
blame you.
I was just like, I'm such a scaredy cat.
Well, you never know what can happen.
Right,
You
right.
never know.
When I was doing that, I was a census person, you guys. So
Mhm.
when I was in the
Don't ask
census
me why
thing,
she was doing that. Don't ask her why. Uh-huh.
I was doing the census thing, and
Real quick, because we gotta
I know we gotta
continue.
go. I know,
Last
but
story.
I
Sorry,
know,
guys.
but I was doing the census, and I came to this house,
Mm-hmm.
and I just got a feeling that it was not somewhere I should be, because
Mm-hmm.
there was a car dealership and stuff in there. They were, I don't know. So
Mm-hmm.
they were off way up in the country too. There
Mm-hmm.
wasn't no houses nearby. I was like, oh, here I am driving in my range and pulling up to take your census. And then I
Don't
get
make no
out,
sense.
no sense, get out, and I have my census tablet and my badge, and the people are sitting out in the side porch. You know how you have a house,
Okay.
and then
Mm-hmm.
the side door, people are sitting out there. It's a whole family group. And I said, hi, my name is IJ, and I'm here to take your 2021 census. Da 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 da. And they're like, oh, okay, come on. And he told his wife, honey, get on up. And then she's like, all right. And she got up, and he goes, go ahead and sit down. I was like, sir, no, I'm not allowed to sit down or anything like that. I had my COVID mask on, and I said, and so due to COVID, we can't sit down or interact too much. So I'm just going to ask you guys a couple of questions. And he goes, well, why are you asking about the census question? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my God. I was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
the census usually takes around 10 to 12 minutes of
Right.
questions. I got
Mm-hmm.
done in 2 minutes. Because I was like, so have you done the census before? No. Okay. How many people live here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one female. And yep, that's it. And one child and 4 men. Everybody here lives here? Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. I am done. I didn't collect their name. I didn't collect nothing.
Right,
I
right.
got into my car. I wanted to back out backwards, but I knew I was not going to be able to drive backwards. And he goes, come on, you have to go around the house. I was just like, go around the house. If I'm going to go around the house, you're probably going to block me off and then
Right.
try to force me to get out the car. There's no way around there. I said, no, 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 no. I'm going to have to go around the house. And if anybody gets in my way, they're getting ran
Ran
over.
over.
And if
Ran
there's any
over.
obstacle in my way, I will run that obstacle over, even if it
Mhm.
causes dent in my truck. So I was like, get ready, IJ. I went around and nobody was there, and I went on home. But
Right.
that was no.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
shouldn't have to feel scared. You shouldn't have
Right.
to
I
feel
know,
scared.
but yeah, I agree. All
Mhm.
right. So let's get into what we're here for. But thank you for the great, thank you to the jurors, the wonderful prosecuting attorneys,
The judge,
for the judge, for the verdict.
let me
You know,
ask you, what did you think about the congresswoman?
oh, Maxine Waters.
Yes, and her statement.
Well, she should not have said what she said.
I don't think that it really matters
It doesn't matter. It
because
doesn't. But
they've been
in the
hearing
age
all this
of,
rhetoric for
yeah,
so
it,
long. So what's the
it
difference?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And because of Trump, this is what happens. People speak out of pocket. If this, she would have never said that before Trump. She wouldn't have, because that's not who she was before Trump. And all of them. Now people are just saying crazy stuff all the time. And what she said wasn't said like how it sounded. She meant in the way of civil rights, we need to be confrontational, not physically confrontational, but confrontational in standing up for what we believe in and not backing down, is
Right.
what
And
she
then the
meant.
Republicans had the nerve to say we need to start thinking about removing her from office.
Right. Yeah, go ahead. Yes. So yeah, it was blown way out of proportion.
Right. And I was
Yeah.
just like, as much as you guys talk
Nonsense.
pure
Complete
nonsense,
nonsense and lies. Please. Let's not
I
go
was
there
like,
with her.
somebody, I know, I was just like, can somebody please? Sometimes it's amazing how these people think. Like,
It's like, are they
really?
really thinking like that? Is that
Right,
really how they think, or are they acting? Hopefully it's acting,
right.
but
And
who
how
knows?
people, yeah. I tell my
Mhm. Okay,
husband,
well,
you need
we
to,
we have
yeah,
got to get on
yes, yes.
track.
Mm-hmm.
We are not a political show, even though we do love politics.
Yes,
Maybe
yes.
that will be our next blog.
I
Real
know.
on the real politics.
Wow, that might be something you trying
That
to,
might be something.
yeah, real under real politics. Ooh, another
Right.
segment. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
We will have to watch both Fox and CNN.
I don't know if I can stomach that.
Yeah, I can stomach it. I can
Whew.
watch it.
You
Yeah.
watch Fox, I'll watch CNN.
Yes,
Here
and
we
then
go.
I can pretend to be a Foxalite.
Right.
All
All
right, let's
right.
go ahead. Let's see what Kenya's doing.
All right. So the show starts off with Cynthia and Mike. I love seeing them. They are my favorite couple. I think they have the best relationship in any of the Real Housewife franchise ever. They seem like
Even better than Candy and her husband.
oh, you know what? No, well, they have a different type of relationship. I guess theirs is more new. But Candy and her husband, they do have a really good relationship.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah, I would agree with you. They have a really good relationship. But I love seeing their relationship. And it was funny how she was stirring her tea and he was like, oh, she's trying to hypnotize me. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Because I didn't even realize that she was doing that, but it
I
was
didn't like
funny.
either. I
Yeah.
also like the fact that he's willing to move,
Yes. He's
leave
not
out,
like,
leave his family, his children.
hmm yeah, he's not like that whole male chauvinist, where you gotta move here, I can't move there, but he also recognizes she probably makes the money and she needs to be there,
Yeah.
for the show.
Well, he's on TV too.
Yeah, you're right. He's on TV too, right?
Right,
Hmm.
right. He's on TV too. And,
Hmm.
you know, I'm, I was, I was, that's what it takes, a compromise.
It does.
It
And
takes a
she's
compromise.
compromising by selling her house or renting out her house, and they're gonna buy a new house together.
Right, right.
Right. Hmm.
That, I think that would be hard to do too, because she loves the Bailey house.
Yeah, Lake Bailey, she
Big
does.
Bailey, yeah. So I
Hmm.
think that would be hard to do, especially thinking, why should we even bother doing that when I have this house here that we
And why
both
would they need a
live
bigger
in?
house when it's just the two of them?
That part I don't understand.
It's gonna
Why
be a
does it
waste
need
of
to be
money,
bigger?
but
Yes, but I guess you can't die with it. So,
yeah, might as
but
well
you want to
spend
save
it.
something so that when you get old, you have something to lean on. But I'm sure they're
Right.
well fed, well kept. But
Well,
anyways,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so after we had our little bit of Cynthia and Mike,
Hmm.
we got to see Drew, her son, and her husband go to meet Josiah, her son's father. They convinced him to go and meet his father, And they convinced him by, of course, promising him sweets. That always works, you know. So they went to some type of donut shop and they waited over an hour to see him. It took him an hour. And it was interesting because, Josiah was really, quiet. He seemed a little nervous, a little bit standoffish. Um, but he doesn't see his dad that much.
Right. And I mean, I think that the dad took it well.
He did really well.
He took it well, and he was understanding that, hey, I've been gone out of his life for all these years. I
Hmm.
can't expect to just walk in and he's going to be all over me.
Right.
There is going to have to be some form of letting him get to know me, get to trust that I am going to be a part of his life, that I'm not going to disappear, and that
Hmm.
he's not going to see me every day. But
Right.
maybe we can start communicating. And at
Hmm.
first, the young man was standoffish, like you said,
Yeah.
almost downright kind of rude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But he's
but
9. You
but
know.
he's 9, and so he is very standoffish. But then I think near the end, when they say give your dad a hug, and he tried to do that generic lean across I was like, what?
Right.
Uh-huh. And he walked around and
Give him a real hug.
gave him a real hug. And he goes, hey, can I be a part? I don't know exactly what he said, but in theory, and I want to call you and keep up this talk with you. And he was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know. So he totally turned around, and I think he was happy that he came.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And so he's all the way in LA. So that's quite a jaunt over from LA to
Yeah, it
here.
really
So
is.
like how often are you going to be able to see
To
him?
afford. Yeah.
Yeah, unknown.
Hmm. Yeah. So, but there's FaceTime.
Right.
So they can keep in
That's the
contact
drum
that way.
speedy.
Say what?
Nothing.
Oh.
So yeah. So I do think that FaceTime, Zoom is
Hmm.
available.
Right.
Try to build that relationship like that. I think
Hmm.
that's really good.
Yeah. Hmm. So, so then after that, we got to find out what happened when Mark, and came and visited Kenya. Her psychiatrist came and she did a house visit, and we got an ear full of
I'm trying not to
nonsense.
look at you because I'm just like, wow.
Wow is right. I don't
He played
understand.
her.
Say what?
He played her.
Their relationship is a roller coaster
I tell
in
you,
and out of the depths of hell. It is like,
he said in and out of the depths of hell. I tell you, she wants a relationship so bad. She likes the fact of being married more than she's willing to admit. If
right.
she likes it that much, move your butt over to where he's at and get your man, girl.
He doesn't want her. That's the problem. He
But
wants her when he wants her, then he doesn't want her. And he wants her how he wants her, you
right,
know?
I bet you that's part of the reason why she lost weight too, because he
Yeah,
probably doesn't
probably.
like any big person.
Right. Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I was really floored at when she said what she said. First of all, why are you sleeping with him
I
after
don't even
all
know
this turmoil?
if they had sex. Because remember, he was like, he wants all this sexual stuff. And I was like, she was like, I was like, no.
Oh, but
So
then when the girls met, remember she's like, remember when the girls met? I don't
yeah, but
remember
she didn't
exactly.
admit anything. But she was like, she was keen. So maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But I don't know. Like, I don't get it. Why would he think that he can sleep in her house? He probably didn't want to pay for a hotel, you
Well,
know,
why did she allow him? That's what I want to know. Why are you allowing him?
because she wants, like you said, she wants that marriage. She wants that
And you
relationship.
know what? The little girl was sleeping, sitting between the both of them, smiling and
Right.
so forth. So that had to be really, I could
It's
see her
like a
wanting that,
family.
like a family that she
Yeah.
never had.
Right. Right. And I'm sure she wanted that for Brooklyn, you
Yeah, I'm
know.
sure she did. But you know what? Brooklyn, it's better for them to cut things off now before Brooklyn gets older and realizes what's going on, because the
Mhm.
ugliness, your child will see the ugliness, and that's going to
Right.
be worse than not having a father that's there all the time.
Right. No, I agree. I totally agree with you. Yeah. But it does seem like after he blocked her, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then he lied about being at a hospital. She called him.
I was shocked. I was just
Yeah,
like, but how did she? You know what? I don't know if I would have caught it, but she caught it.
she caught it.
She caught
She
it. She caught the
caught it.
bullshit right away.
She did.
I was like, I'd be like, oh, he was like, but why block me? If you're at the hospital, turn off your phone
Right.
or, you know, let
Hmm.
it ring and let me leave a message
Right.
or, you know, but no,
Right.
he blocked her and didn't come out to say, I blocked you.
You made up some fake lie.
Yeah. And she's just like, why?
But I think this was probably the straw that broke the camel's back because she was like, now you're going to see the real Kenya, the Kenya that deals with all of these hoes, which I thought was hilarious. She was talking about Portia.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting to see what happens.
And if she keeps, her like resolve, or if she crumbles the next time she sees him.
I think that, I mean, if he plays his game right, he can have her back.
He can.
Yeah, he can. That's the scary part.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
So
So
then,
next,
yeah. So then Cynthia, because what Cynthia did, she did a Christmas giving, a friend's Christmas giving, which is a playoff of Friendsgiving, which is when friends get together for Thanksgiving, but she did it for Christmas, which is a really cute idea.
yeah, and she put
And
some thought into it.
she put a lot of thought into it. That llama theme was crazy.
Right. Right.
And so she started off, being her usual cheap Cynthia with $100 gift exchange.
Which would have been fine. You
Well,
wouldn't have
not for
liked,
them.
no,
Yeah. And so they
I'd have
upped
been
it to a thousand
$25.
dollars. Uh-huh. And and it was good, it started off well before
It
um
started off kind of contentious because Portia was late again. Portia,
right.
why? Why? You know you have to be somewhere. You have a sister and a mother and a father of your
And
child
a mother-in-law.
that can take care of your baby. So why the lateness? And like, why don't you text people and let them know ahead of time? That doesn't make any sense, Portia. Come on now.
And now Drew's her little minion, following her everywhere that she goes.
I mean, what,
Now
Shakima was there on time, wasn't she?
yes, and why isn't Shamia? Why
Shamia.
is Shamia going with girl? Now Drew and Portia are best friends and not Shamia. How is Shamia feeling?
I don't think
She's
they're best friends. I think
I don't
that for the
either.
sake of the show, they're
Mhm.
friendlier because you can see Portia sometimes during the Christmas party, rolling her eyes or making faces like, what the, and making
Oh,
little comments. She was doing that constantly when the young lady was, when she
Shamia?
was, not Shamia, but when the
Oh, Drew.
Drew was talking,
Yeah, because Drew
Portia
was
was,
crazy.
yeah, I was just like, Drew, you're trying too hard.
Trying
And
way too hard.
if I had that party and she came with an orange colored wig,
Oh
like,
man.
and they were like, that wig was familiar.
Right.
That was like,
That
and
was
she knew
horrendous.
her gift wasn't kosher. That
No.
wig didn't. I would have.
They were like, that is not $1,000 wig. You did that those bundles does not constitute $1,000. That was $150 wig. Let's keep it real.
And $25 for the coloring because it was horrendous.
Right? It was horrendous.
And
They
she's like,
were all pissed that she did
yeah,
that because
right.
they all
She came there
spent
with
that
three
money.
tiers
Right.
of stuff, and
Right.
then it looked like a cat theme. You know,
Yeah.
like,
What was a wig inside that?
yeah.
Oh my god.
And then she goes, plus I gave $100 to the Humane Society.
a
Did
hundred
nobody ask you to
dollars.
give $100 to the Humane Society? I know. I wanted my $1,000 gift, honey.
Right. And then it's just $100. Girl, bye. That was
Bye.
so sad.
I was
So
like,
sad.
so that wig was a $900 wig? Is that what you're saying? I was
No one
so,
thought it was funny. And then she had that boombox where she played that tape. Why is that guy taping someone?
first of all, The tape didn't prove anything.
It didn't prove. Well, you know what? I watched a little bit of Watch What's Happening, and she said, "Well, I had more on that tape, but Georgia is two P. You have to consent to being tape. Has that law, so I couldn't play it. Then why could you play that little bit? So
Right.
he consented to that little bit being played. Lies,
Mm-hmm.
lies. Nothing
Right.
was on that tape.
It was
Yeah.
so, and that was her 3 gifts:
Oh, that tape was
the hair, the $100 gift thing,
and
and then
then tape.
that boom box. That's what she carried that big old thing into there
Right.
for. And I was expecting something not too spectacular, but not
But
that bad.
decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then
she. Mhm.
go ahead.
And she just needs to give up that whole prophet thing. No one cares but her.
She's given that prophet more time than he deserves.
Right.
He
Yeah.
deserves
And
none. If
and
anybody needed to bring the prophet out, it'd be the girl who's being accused of sleeping with him.
right, Toya. And Candy
Yeah.
was getting mad. When Candy's voice starts to quiver like that, you know you need to
Yeah. I was like, why is Kenny even getting mad? Because it's Jews, because that's her friend.
Toya, right.
Toya's her friend.
Right.
But
And it's ridiculous.
your friend hasn't been acting right.
Yeah.
Your friend hasn't been acting right. And your friend is going through some stuff.
Yeah, she
She's
definitely
going
is.
through some I want to know what personal stuff she's going through.
I don't
Because
think we'll ever find out.
when she gets on that show, she acts crazy, right?
She does. She was acting kind of drunk at the thing.
Yeah, drunk or
Yeah.
high on drugs or whatnot. And she's gained weight.
She has. She's getting bigger and bigger each episode.
Yeah.
You notice that too?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah. But
I thought
now
you were supposed to
she's
be a
dating
fitness
a
buff.
fitness instructor. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. So yeah. So so I just have to ask you really quick.
Mhm.
I can't help looking at Kenya's butt every time. Like, really? She tries to pretend that that's her real butt. I was like, come on, Kenya. Like,
It looks like a Kardashian butt. That's what it looks like.
no, Kim Kardashian's butt looks like a diaper. Doesn't it though? Right?
Yeah, it kind of.
But
They're all kind of like swooped down.
yeah,
But is
but
that how
but
fake butts look? Kind of, they kind of like.
they're like
Mhm.
out like this, like
Mhm.
this.
Mhm.
But her Kenya's butt, it's
It
like
goes up a little bit,
it goes
like
up
this.
and it sits perky up and it's like out, like
Some people
somebody,
do have real butts like that. Like
not
hers
hers.
isn't. Hers isn't. But some
Yeah,
people do have real butts like that, like are
yeah,
high up here, right?
uh-huh,
Are high up here.
yeah. Booty
Yeah,
on the
hers
back.
is. Yeah, booty on the
Yeah,
back. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So I think that Kenya saw that that Toya was acting wild again.
yeah. And she's
It
like,
was
"We
trying to
gotta
get her into
go."
the car. Yeah, acting crazy. And then they stole that. I would have stole all the bottles. That's what I would have done. All of them and
Right,
taken them with me. I probably
right.
would have taken some of other people's gifts too.
You would have been the Grinch that stole Christmas.
Or would have been and be like, "Oh, y'all, I'm the Grinch that stole Christmas." And full well they'd be mad, but
Except for the Tiffany gifts. You can have
I
those,
would have left
Portia.
that because that looks like something I could have made.
I know Portia was like,
You're
it was hilarious.
like,
It's just like, I don't wear necklaces.
I know, but then you saw her all these episodes with all these necklaces on. But also, Uchenna, I'd have been like, "Thank you for the Tiffany. Do you have the receipt, please?"
Are the tags still on it?
No, the tags weren't on it.
Oh.
I'd have gone over to Tiffany's. Yeah, these were given to me as a gift. I wonder, were they $1,000?
I mean, Tiffany's is expensive, so like you could easily buy that
Let me just
cheesy
buy the
stuff.
box. Can I just get the box?
Yeah, I know.
That was
That was,
hilarious.
and then they started to almost fight, and Drew was looking crazy. Her underwear was showing. I was just like,
Yeah,
girl,
her
sit
Spanx.
down.
Yeah.
And that
I was,
ugly ass dress, just sit down.
yeah. I was like, the reason why the fighting started was because Kenya called Tanya over. Tanya, whatever her name is.
Toya.
Toya over. because
Mm.
she didn't want to hear Drew run her mouth no more.
Right,
But
right.
how is it that the girl got dressed and ready?
I think she was on her way. I don't think she called her.
Yeah, you think she
Yeah,
was on her way,
right.
or we don't know how much time had elapsed.
And but she also had a gift.
Yeah, so she was on her way over.
She was on
What
her way.
gift did
Yeah,
she bring?
she brought like some type of purse, some type of Gucci purse or something like that. She had a
Um,
good. She had a good gift.
okay,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I forget who had the best gift.
I think it was Portia. She had that Baccarat perfume and that little
Yeah,
Gucci wallet.
yeah. Have you ever
Yeah.
smelled that perfume?
No, no, I haven't.
Me
Mm-mm.
neither.
I wonder how much it is. We should look it up.
Yeah.
See how much it is. Yeah, that whole a Baccarat perfume.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
I love that head wrap, Uchenna.
Oh,
I'm going
really?
to have to. Where did you get? Did
Cece's
you get that from
Closet.
that one
Cece's
CC's?
Closet. Yeah,
Okay,
and the
I
inside
am.
is satin. It has a really. It looks like pure. It's like an African, like a real African print.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. After we get done taping, you're gonna have to show Nana.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. I love it.
Thank you. All right. Let's see.
I was like, I knew you were gonna try to outdo my new curly
Ah,
hair. I
stop
knew it.
it.
I knew it. I was just like, I dare you got to do this curly hair right. Oh,
Right.
but I am loving it.
It is beautiful. Oh, coupon. Wait, how much is it? Oh, it's hard to see. Coupon price $337 for 2.4 ounces. Ooh, 6.8 ounces is $690. And this
Wow.
is at fragrance.net.
Which is a
So it's
cheap fragrance site. So if you really get it from the stores, you're paying an arm and a leg.
right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So okay, all right.
Yeah. She said she spent 2 grand. She wasn't lying. Mm-mm.
If she got it like that. Well, I
Yeah.
guess her new bed sheet company is doing well.
And Go Naked Hair. She did mention Go Naked Hair.
Oh, did she? When?
Yeah, she mentioned during this episode. She
Oh,
mentioned it.
that's what you should have brought as a gift. You get
Her, I loved her haircut. That wig was cute.
that. It was like a
Mohawk. It
mohawk.
was like a mullet mohawk kind of, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
It was
divine.
cute. She looks good
Yeah,
with short hair.
she looks excellent. She has such a beautiful, slender face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
all the ladies have lost weight. Have you noticed
Yeah,
that?
they have. Yeah. Are you gonna watch Candy's movie, Envy?
Yes, I tend to sometimes not watch those, but let's try to watch
I
it
never
together.
I don't think I've ever watched any of those, but I
Mm.
will watch it because there's nothing left really to watch. You got to send me some of those. We haven't watched that one movie yet. The one you told me that Windmaker or
The
about the girl going to school or something like that.
yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
that was so good. Nana and I
Yeah,
watched
we're gonna try to watch it this
the
weekend.
fisherman's daughter or
Yeah,
something like
something
that.
that. Yeah, we're gonna try to watch it this weekend.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the boys, yeah, I'm be surprised if the boys watch it,
No, they
but
will watch it. They'll
oh, they
watch it.
will. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, they'll definitely watch it.
There's a scene in there that is just I cried.
Oh yeah.
I bawled,
Oh
bawled.
wow. Okay.
I was yeah.
Hmm.
They made a scene be so graphic that you knew what was happening. After you
Okay.
watch it this weekend, you've got to call me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I will.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
will. Okay.
like,
I'll tell my friends to watch it too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm all for Netflix in the way that they have all these Nigerian movies.
Hmm.
It is like Nan and I, we're up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
I know. I can't do that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
watching them. And I got to be at work the next day.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Hmm. Well, okay. So I think we covered all of this good episode. This was the season finale. So next week,
I know. It's so,
yeah,
so
that went by
sad.
quick. So,
But they don't need to do 3 episodes.
but they always do. All
They
of
don't
them
even need to
do.
do two. One episode is all that they really
No, they
need.
need two. They need at least two because we also have to talk about Tanya. We need to find out what in the world happened to Tanya. Where is Tanya? We need to find out.
Somebody says she went back to Canada, but
Canada.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm,
so during the reunion, we have to dress up. Will you be back home yet?
ooh. When is you? Yes, next Sunday. No, I won't. I won't.
Oh,
But I will go buy an outfit
okay.
and return it.
So we have to dress up like
Okay,
they do
and
for the reunion.
yes, and we forgot to tell everybody the great news. We'll be 3 again. We'll be triplets again. Christian
The
is
twins
coming
will be
back
back.
Thursday. Yes, she will be. So we will all be dressed up. Okay, you Chen. That means I'm going
So
to
that's
have to
next
go
week,
look.
though. Next week we will be. The theme is "Welcome to the Dungeon," but we won't be welcoming to the dungeon. We'll
No,
just be
we
glam.
will just be
Just be
glad.
glam.
Yeah, we don't.
Hmm.
I'm not going to do that. Well,
Hmm.
I will wear probably. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find something. That's a great idea. So everybody
Yeah.
has got to tune in for that. We will
Yes,
be
and dress
dressed
up when
up.
you watch us. Join
Oh,
us.
that's another good
Put some
idea.
glam on.
Yes, a reason
Yeah.
to get glam. So
Right.
I'm gonna go get some eyelashes then.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I might even get my eyebrows done.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll fill mine in.
But no, we've got to end the show because we can continue on forever.
Right, we could,
I
and you
know.
guys don't want that. So we're trying to keep it at 20 minutes, but we can never do it.
I know
We
we
will
always
try.
find things to talk about.
I know. We will
I
try
love
to
our
do.
show. Like I really do.
Right. So
Right.
do I. We will try to keep
Uh-huh.
it at 20 minutes next
Yes.
time.
Mhm.
Well, next season. Next season. That's the goal. All right, guys. Have
All
a
right.
great night, and we'll see you at Married at First Sight. Bye,
Yes, we will.
everyone.
Bye. Tag,
Bye.
put your notifications on and comment.
That's
Bye.
right. Bye.